you know, he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. So best news ever. It sounds like they have found Suzanne Morphew. I honestly did not think we would see this day. So what's next? I think they dropped the charges on Barry Morphew, which, if I understand correctly, means that they will be able to recharge him if they can find anything on her remains. I mean, wasn't it last time just a matter of finding her? I want to thank Copper Horse. She dropped the information into Discord for me. I had no idea that this had happened. I did bump up the members live to about 6 o'clock. And that way, if we want to talk about this a little longer, we can. I am beyond excited about this. This poor woman. Breaks my heart. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've thought right from the very beginning that this guy was guilty as sin. So, hey, Shauna, isn't this the best news ever, friend? I just gave a big shout out to Copper Horse because I really did not know that they had actually found Suzanne. Best news ever. So being that I have just learned this minutes ago, I haven't gone through what I've got stuck up for us to go through. So I'll be learning with you guys. Oh, I mean, and this guy, in my personal opinion, looked guilty as sin from the very, very beginning. I'm glad that they waited with these charges because I almost think that they did themselves a favor, because can they not, from my understanding, now charge him again just because they dropped it, right? So yeah, hello Dave, Shauna, Brewhaw. Great to see you guys. I'm still, and Dandy, hey friend. I'm just shocked that they found her. So we'll go through this thing from the Sun. And I do have to take breaks because I don't like getting my fingers slapped. Let's check it out, friends. Let's learn this together. I'll turn off the volume there. No, we don't want to know what's next. Here, I'm going to start that over. Suzanne Morphew's remains have been found after her husband's charges were dropped. She's just beautiful. The mom of two was missing for over 3 years after she was last seen the day before Mother's Day in 2020. Her husband, Barry, 54, was initially charged with first degree in connection with the May 2020 disappearance. However, his charges were dropped in April and dropped without prejudice, meaning charges could be filed again. Nice. His daughters who have supported him addressed the court. We fully support this. Let me take that back a little bit. They're going too fast. Let's finish reading this. The daughters who have fully supported him addressed the court. Oh, my word, Franky. Let's get back here. Get back here. Get back here. We want to. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation discovered human remains during a search on Friday. They were identified as Suzanne Morphew's by the El Paso County coroners on Wednesday. These poor girls. We have never stopped our investigation and will continue to follow all leads in pursuit of justice for Suzanne, said Chaffee County Sheriff John Speasy. These poor girls. I do believe Daddy's going to jail. The final resting place, Suzanne Morphew's body was found 3 years after she vanished on Mother's Day, bike ride as her husband sues over his arrest. Well, yeah, I think we're going to take a double look at you there, mister. He had every reason to do this, guys. I mean, everybody seemed to love him or love her. And it seems like she was seeing possibly somebody else. And we do know she wanted it. She wanted out of there. Oh, sorry there. No, sadly found deceased. Yep, great police work. They had to keep going because honestly, I think that they have everything except for her. Everything pointed to him. The body of missing Colorado mom has finally been found 3 years after she vanished during her bike ride a day before Mother's Day in 2020. So her husband, Barry, 55, it says, was initially arrested for her deleting, but the charges were later dropped, and he is now suing prosecutors and law enforcement for $15 million over the case. Well, I bet that backfires, friend. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think he's going to end up in the Huskow. $15 million he wanted to sue them for. So why would somebody do that? Do you think that it's just because he wanted to push it out there, that he wanted everyone to believe that he was innocent? So by charging them, maybe he thought that it was going to look better for him? I don't know. On Friday, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation discovered the human remains in an area of Moffett and Sagosh. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm sorry. While investigating an unrelated case. Boom. They were identified as Morphew by the El Paso County coroner on Wednesday. No arrests have been made since the remains were located, and details on the state of her remains are not being shared. While the case has garnered attention around the world, it has touched our community and the sheriff's office deeply, said Chaffee County Sheriff's Office John Speasy in a statement. Yeah, final note that she had left grievances about her ex-husband. Well, about her, I guess they were still married. But we have never stopped our investigation and will continue to follow leads in pursuit of justice for Suzanne. District Attorney Ann Kelly has been notified of the discovery as the body was found in her judicial district. Although locating Suzanne's remains is a critical component of this investigation, and for her family, we are left with many more questions and answers, and it would be a disservice to conduct a news conference at this time, said Sheriff Speasy. The shocking disappearance. The body was discovered around about a 3-hour and 20-minute drive from where Barry Morphew was working on May 10th, 2020, the day Susan disappeared. Her husband, Barry, 54, maybe, I don't know, 54, 55, was initially charged with first degree in connection with her presumed passing, but his charges later were dropped. And it is sounding like because they dropped him without prejudice, they will be able to recharge him if they feel he is the guy. District Attorney Linda Stanley filed a motion that asked Judge Ramsey Lama to dismiss Morphew's case without prejudice, meaning charges could be filed again at a later date. He is still considered the prime suspect. Yeah. While his family and children have stood by his side since the beginning, friends of Suzanne remain suspicious of Barry. Tisha Leway, a local who became acquaintances with the Morphews in 2019, previously told The Sun that in May 2023 that she doubted Suzanne's remains would ever be found. That's how I was thinking, friends. He knows where to put her, she claimed, or I guess I should say he thinks that he knows they're not going to find her. During the search for Suzanne, it was revealed that she was in the midst of an illicit affair with a high school flame. Okay, I'm going to mute this for a second, and I'll see you in 5 seconds. Okay, sorry guys. I had ordered food because I've got that members live I was going to do. So I thought, well, I'll eat before we start. And then this news came in and it's like, okay, we have to talk about this. Yeah, 15. He gave them a $15 million worth of incentive to push this investigation. He sure did. I bet he wished he had slithered off under a rock somewhere. Why 15 million? Is this a figure he just plucked out of the air? No, 15 million because, well, he picked it out of the air. Barry did. He just decided that he wanted to charge the prosecution $15 million for being unjustly picked up. But, I mean, I don't know about that so much. I really don't know what to think of that. That'll be gone. He'll be back in the hoosegow. So let's see here. Speaking out for the first time since filing the lawsuit, Barry said in May, the news broke his heart. I didn't believe it, he told ABC News in May. For the latest news, okay. What do you guys think about this? Are you as pleasantly shocked as I am? This is just incredible. Oh, my word. She's just beautiful, eh? Absolutely beautiful. You know, and to see that he was willing to do this type of thing to his wife of how many years? 2 kids? He should have learned to be nicer to her, and she probably wouldn't have got into what she got into. Didn't sound like he was good to her. Where is this volume? Where?
We'll do whatever it takes to bring you back.
Pathetic, this one. Listen to this, guys. This is pathetic.
Oh, Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please, we'll do whatever it takes to bring you back. We love you.
Can you? I have a hard time even watching him do this. Coca-Cola. Yeah. And then to get out there and say he's going to sue them and do all this stuff. We know her bike was thrown right off around the corner from where she lived. And she ended up where? Barry.
We miss you. Your girls need you. No questions asked. However much they want, I will do whatever it takes to get you back. Honey, I love you.
Yeah. He's pathetic. Like, that has to be one of the more pathetic things I've seen. He looks dishonest.
Hello, everyone. I'm Samantha Masarica with KKTV,
Oh, okay.
and today I'm with Kristen, and she's a mental health therapist at the Colorado Springs
Stop.
location at Ellie Mental Health. Thank you for joining me.
Okay, I'll
Thanks
just
for having
turn that
me.
off again.
Yes.
It won't pause. Oh, my word. Oh, yes. Yeah, it drives me crazy watching that. It's like, are you kidding me already? Yeah. And at least her family now can lay her to rest. His forehead was probably sore after that video. So let's see here. The search for missing Colorado mother has reached a tragic end. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation announced on Wednesday that the remains were found during a search on September 22nd, and they were positively identified as Susan Morphew. The identification done by El Paso County Coroner on Wednesday. Morphew reported missing on May 10th, 2020 date, Mother's Day. So, and of course, that video we just looked at was Barry. Yeah. The news release from the CBI adds investigators were searching in the area of Moffett in Saginaw County for an investigation that was not related. So these guys literally stumbled upon her. Yeah. Yeah. They stood by him from the beginning. I mean, they've lost her, and who wants to believe when you're going through all of that, can't find mom, and then, you know, the cops start going after your dad? You're not going to want to believe it. They were when he was charged back a while. I don't know if they still stand by him now. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, DB. And hey, Mel. Good to see both of you. So, yeah, now it's Barry's turn. So, you guys are all like-minded. You guys are thinking, do you think this is going to be enough to charge him again? They've had her remains for a few days now. They've had an autopsy done. They are not telling us the condition, but we can imagine after that amount of time. Yeah, it was lucky. It was not intelligence led. So we'll have to see where this is going to take this. I mean, hopefully now that they have found her, I don't know what they're going to be able to find from an autopsy. I certainly don't know anything about that stuff, but I'm thinking, or hoping, I guess, that this will be enough. So let's see here. Specific information about the location and the state of the remains are being withheld. Part of the CBI news release reads, no arrests have been made since the remains were located. Updates will be provided as information becomes available during the ongoing investigation. Family notifications have been made following the formal identification of Suzanne Morphew. Oh, I spelled her name wrong. Public is asked to report any information they may have tied to Suzanne Morphew by calling 719-312-7530. While the case has garnered attention from around the world, it has touched our community and the sheriffs deeply, said Chaffee County Sheriff John Spezzi. We have never stopped our investigation and will continue to follow leads in pursuit of justice for Suzanne. The remains were located in the 12th Judicial District, and District Attorney Annie Kelly has been notified, as well as the CBI. Although locating Suzanne's remains is a critical component in the investigation and for her family, we are left with many more questions than answers, and it would be a disservice to conduct a news conference at this time. Okay, so they have a timeline we can go over. Oh, no, maybe I did. I was just thinking maybe I spelled her name wrong, but I don't think I did. Woofda. Hey, Connor, good to see you. Oh, absolutely, Mel. They have a lot of information on him. Things were just not going well in that marriage. She wanted out, and he didn't want that to be over. A lot from what I've heard in the past, there was a lot of kind of mistreatment. And yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking. I was really, really hoping that they would one day find her. I didn't have much faith that they would. But now that they have, I hope that this is what they have needed to put that last nail in his coffin. So May 10th, 2020, Suzanne Morphew reported missing. May 11th, 2020, search crews are called to the area she was believed to be in near her Chaffee County home. May 15, 2020, items belonging to Suzanne were found. May 17th, 2020, Barry, the husband of Suzanne, shares a video that we just looked at, asking for the public to help with finding her. It can be viewed at the bottom of this article. Okay. May 19th, 2020, authorities searched the Morphew home. May 22nd, 2020, a separate residential property is searched where a concrete foundation had just been poured. May 5th, 2021, Barry Morphew is arrested. April 18th, 2022, the charges were then dismissed. September 27th, which is today, 2023, CBI announces the El Paso County coroner identified remains from the Saginaw County, is that Saginaw? I'm not sure, county as belonging to Suzanne. Oh, wow. Unreal, guys. I am pleasantly pleased about this. Hey, Sarah. This is a day I didn't think I'd ever see as well. I mean, I don't know what else they need to charge him again. I don't know what all they need. So I know that they're saying that they need more information. So we'll make sure we pay attention to that contact. And if anybody is in that area, If you have something to say that you have never brought up, please do share with your law enforcement. There is no way that these two girls should ever have had to grow up without Suzanne in their life. She loved them. You know, I'm not saying he didn't, but she loved her kids. Yeah. Yeah, he is a bastard, Sarah. He really, really is. It's just anything I ever did learn about Suzanne Morphew, she was a very beautiful person inside and out. And she should have been treasured. She shouldn't have ended up however far from home due to her husband allegedly. Of course, everything I say is alleged at this point. Yeah. Justice for Suzanne. It's been a hard go, hasn't it? As soon as we heard about this beautiful woman disappearing, knowing that, oh, I don't know. I have so much to say. My mind is spinning. They did, Sarah. I thought they had a lot against Barry as well. So let's hope. Why do some men find it difficult just to break up? I don't know. But, you know, some women are the same, right? But you don't hear about it as often, I guess. But there's some pretty nasty. Look at Taylor Business, you know? So there is females out there that are a little messed in the head, or if not a lot messed in the head. By the way, Taylor Business, what did she have over her head? What was that thing? Amen to that. It feels good to know. However it happened, it happened. Exactly. That is very well said, friend. We do know now that regardless of what Barry said, it happened. This did happen. The autopsy is what I'm waiting on. It will be very telling, in my opinion. I really hope so. I hope that, because you got to figure, there's not, after 3 years, 3.5 years, this just, is that a spit mask? Oh my God. This woman just did not leave home on her own. She loved her kids, you know? She loved her kids. It's just something that should never have happened. Isn't it, Mom? The best news ever. Did you have a good time at CrimeCon? Sure looked it. That's what it is, eh? For Taylor Business, that was a spit bag? No, it's her husband's last name was Shabu or something like that. And they changed it to Shabusiness. So yeah, she legally, from what I understand, changed it to Shabusiness. Oh, did you? I think the next one is in Nashville, and I am truly wanting to make the effort to get there. I truly, truly am. She's special. Yeah, she was terrified of Barry. I mean, there's that one photo out there that she is standing behind him at the door, and he basically has it crossed off where you can't get to her. You can't really talk to her because Barry had his arm up, and you just kind of seen her head pop over the back with that big, beautiful, did you? With that big, beautiful smile of hers. Mhm. Oh, I bet. How amazing. I'm so glad you guys got to experience that. I've been bugging the mods. It would be a great place for us all, including anybody else, like to meet there and do this together as our YouTube family. What a great way for us all to meet face to face. And not a better, there is not a better, oh, how do you put that? Not a better spot for us to meet, I guess, is the best way to put that. So, Colorado mom Suzanne Morphew's remains are found 3.5 years after she vanished on a bike ride, with charges against husband Barry later dropped. But what do you guys think? I mean, dropping those charges were the smartest thing they could do. Without dropping those charges, if they had gone through with this and he was found not guilty, that was the end of that. Barry needs a fall from grace like Nancy needs revenge on Tanya Harding. Oh, just rest in peace. So, Colorado mom of 2, Suzanne Morphew, 49, was reported missing from her home in Chaffee County on May 10th, 2020. Her remains were never found. Now, investigators reveal they found her body in Moffat, Saginaw County, while they were probing a completely separate case. Morphew's husband, Barry, was arrested in 2021, but charges were dropped last year. He has always maintained his innocence. Yeah. Colorado, sorry guys, I have an opinion on this, as I usually do. I've usually got an opinion. But everything that I have read and researched over the last few years, it doesn't point anywhere but to Barry. So this is just how I personally feel. Investigators revealed they found her body in Moffat, Saginaw County while probing on a separate case. What's going on with Richard Brandt these days? So no arrests have been made since the remains were located on September 22nd. Colorado Bureau of Investigation confirmed on Wednesday her identity was confirmed on September 27th. Chaffee County Sheriff said, while this case has garnered attention from around the world, it has touched their community deeply. And they are saying they still have lots of questions as to what could have possibly, I mean, we think we know what led to this. We think we know who the bad guy is. Beautiful girls. All of them. They all look like, even Susan, they look like sisters. Oh, we really should, Dandy. Ski mask, not quite sure what that means. So I'm going to work really hard the next year to get tickets for the next one. I'd love to meet you. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? He's gone, friend. Bye. Zap. He's been zapped. No room for trolls in here. No room. Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing, Sarah. He has been literally basking in it all, and it is long overdue. Oh, yes. But what about that one, guys? I'm just going to check. Just go on to do some checking and see if we need another zap. Let's see. Okay. I zapped. I did another zap in the back end, so let's hope that helps. Yes, banished to YouTubeville. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So this guy, he was in court today. Okay, he got a haircut. Gilgo Beach, Rex HEUERMANN appeared in court. So in May 2021, a year after Suzanne disappeared, her husband, Barry Morphew, was arrested and charged. Later that year, we know that they dropped those charges. And after a judge sanctioned the district attorney's office, for discovery violations. Let's reread that. Prosecutors dropped all charges against Morphew after a judge sanctioned the district attorney's office for discovery violations. After Barry was charged and the case against him progressed, authorities revealed intimate details about their married life. Suzanne had been having an affair with someone she met in high school, Jeff Libler, while Barry was signed up to an online affair website. Oh, happy family. When the case was still active, it was revealed that Suzanne, Barry, and Libler appeared in the local paper together in 1985. How's everything going over here? I'm not sure yet. We're going to have to find out here what the violation was. I don't honestly remember. I don't honestly remember what that was all about. Both men attended the same high school as Suzanne, with Barry 2 grades ahead of his wife, and Libler at the Alexandria Monroe High School in Alexandria, Indiana. At a preliminary hearing in 2021, law enforcement officials presented to the court Suzanne's text messages, the exchange with her lover, in which she told him that she had a fine night and was looking at houses for sale. When her husband came home from work that day, he found Suzanne sunbathing in the yard. She was sending pictures of herself to Libler via LinkedIn, which the couple had been using to communicate behind her husband's back. The court was then shown a photo of Suzanne that she had sent to Libler that day, which depicted her laying out in the front in a bikini, smiling at her $1.3 million home. Barry would later tell investigators his wife looked drunk in the photo, which officials said was Suzanne's last proof of life. The following day, Libler wished Suzanne Happy Mother's Day and said he knew it would be a hard day for her because she missed her mother. Suzanne never replied. His last known text to Suzanne was sent on May 11th, in which he offered her well wishes for her cancer treatment. The message was also unanswered. Cancer treatment. Do you guys remember anything about that? Okay, let's see here. Hopefully they can get some good evidence from the remains that lead to a conviction. Well said. They don't? I always find it interesting how that's each state does something different. Looks like poor pitiful Barry's story of Suzanne leaving him with another man just fell apart. I wonder if he had time to think of a backup plan just in case her remains were found. Do you know what, Mel? My guess is that he was too arrogant to actually believe he would ever get caught. I think he's that kind of human. I could be wrong, but from everything, the way I understand it, yeah, he's pretty arrogant. And I'm sure after all those charges were dropped and he went through that, he was thinking he was safe. It's something about the state not being allowed to use some of their evidence because they didn't turn over the evidence to the defense in time or at all. Okay. So yeah, it could be a discovery violation kind of thing. All righty. Brouhaha. Judge excluded a total of 14 of those 16 experts, most of those based on sanctions for the discovery violations that the DA office committed. Yeah, that's what I think. I think he thought he was going to get away with this. Well, hello, Chopper. Hello, friend. Did y'all see the family that locked their... No! Are you serious? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet he nearly fainted when he heard the news. So now he can sit on pins and needles, right? He can go through all that again because I'm pretty sure he's going to end up in the Who Scout where he belongs. His last known text, May 11th, 2020, in which he wished her well. So Suzanne had survived 2 battles with Hodgkin's lymphoma, decades apart. I don't need to see that face again. The hearing in 2021 also revealed that just days prior to Suzanne's text her husband and apparently signaled to him her intentions to end their rocky marriage, which was marked by accusations of infidelity and abuse. I'm done, Suzanne wrote Barry on May 6th. I could care less what you're up to, and I have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly. It has been revealed that Suzanne suspected her husband of being unfaithful to her, and even purchased a spy pen to snoop on him. Barry insisted to his wife that he was not cheating, writing in one text, I promise you you were wrong about all the crazy thoughts about me. Why would I want another? Only a fool would stray from an angel like you. Police said the pair had a tumultuous marriage, with the suggestion being that he might have deleted her out of jealous or to stop her from filing for divorce. That's my personal belief. We know that last year the charges were dropped. Thank God they were, because now they'll have a better chance of maybe getting him. So why are these guys? Let's see here. Oh my God. Moffat. Okay. Hi, Emily. So if you're new, please subscribe and hit that thumb. It would really help me out. Okay, so we'll just wait here for this because, okay.
Breaking news, the Colorado...
I don't like getting my fingers slapped, so I'm going to be very careful. I know, right? I'm so sorry. Like, Donkey Kong. It has. Well said. It's been like Donkey Kong this Friday. Like, oh my goodness. And we're on Wednesday. Right? There's a horrific recent case of a Brit who was offending against unaliving dogs. And I heard about that. What? Yeah, I heard about that. It's like, how do you get on there and talk about that on YouTube? Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Colorado Bureau of Investigation has announced the remains of Suzanne Morphew have been found and identified.
The mother of two vanished on Mother's Day back in 2020 after she went on a bicycle ride. Gabriella Vidal joins us now from our newsroom. And Gabriella, this is a huge
This is the thing. Like, he bent up as far as I understand it, he basically would have had to break up that bike, throw it down in the ditch there, and cart her off. Like, what the hell? Hey, Wolfie. She passed. She was taken from the world. Yes. Retrial, retrial, retrial. I'm pretty sure that he's the one that made her disappear. I hope the family and children can get the answers they deserve. I agree. Like, I couldn't agree more. If it's not him, I'm shocked. If it is, then he needs to go to the Huskow, and I hope that his daughters can find some kind of peace. You know, how shocking, because you know that they love their dad. Do you think they'll ever actually realize? I'm an empath, and sometimes I hear spirits. I looked at her picture and knew, and the kids, no, I'm not crazy. I'm not psychic. It's random. Hey, there's lots of people that I consider myself as an empath. I have for years and years and years, once I kind of figured out why I hang on to people's hurt so bad. Are you kidding me, Chopper? Kid was locked in a room for 18 hours a day and was only given, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's starving whales out there. Starving whales. You can see their ribs. Tired of people hurting each other, specifically women and children. Mm-hmm. Hit that like button, folks. Big shout out to the mods, too. Thank you for that, Mel. Thank you very much.
discovery, huge announcement. Still so many questions, though, regarding her disappearance.
Yeah, Karen McKillia, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation says it was after conducting a search in the Moffett area of Sasquatch County on September 22nd that human remains were found, but today those remains were officially identified as the missing wife and mother of two of Sasquatch County on September 22nd. That
Sasquatch County?
Yeah, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation says it was after conducting a search in the Moffett area of Sasquatch County on September 22nd that human remains were found, but today those remains were officially identified as the missing wife and mother of two by the El Paso County coroner.
Can you imagine the grief those two young girls are going through now? All the stuff that they've had to figure out, and now it's happening all over again. They're going to have to, at some point, I'm imagining, that they might have to face that their dad could very well have done this. Oh, my word. Hey, Wolfie. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, friend. Absolutely. You know, that's the one thing, is we do tend to Moffett she's calling it Sasquatch County? Sagwatch? Sasquatch? Sagwatch? Some of these words, names of cities, towns, last names.
49-year-old Suzanne Morphew's disappearance has remained a mystery to investigators and the public for the last 3.5 years. And after she went missing, her bike was found in a ravine off of Chaffee County Road 225. Her husband, Barry Morphew, was arrested in May 2021 for her murder after quickly becoming the center of speculation for her disappearance. Evidence surfaced of the couple struggling with their relationship.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's all that evidence of what was going behind closed doors. And oh my goodness. Why does that go up there 2 times like that guy? So strange. My phone has an issue, I think. Why does that go up there too? I don't know, friend. Yeah. So is it pronounced like Sasquatch? Sagwatch? Sagwatch?
And Suzanne believed to have a boyfriend. Barry's case was eventually dismissed in April 2022.
So take a look at how happy those girls are. Like, you know, they're not going to want to believe that their dad would ever have done this. And I hope if he gets charged again, they do have the evidence to make it very clear what happened.
With an internal affairs document citing his arrest as premature and hasty. Though charges could still be filed against him in this case at a later date. Today, the Chaffee County Sheriff says while locating Suzanne's remains is critical to this investigation, there are still questions that
$200,000 reward. So I wonder if that will still be okay. Segwatch. Wonder what happens to that $200,000 reward. Sagwatch.
that remain for the family. And as of now, the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office says they will not be conducting a press conference on this case, but we will continue to monitor the latest information as it becomes available on air and online at cbscolorado.com. Karen?
Yeah.
What I like to see.
A little competition on the court is
What are you guys thinking? Thank you, Maxie. Sagwatch. Oh, she's beautiful, lady. Beautiful. Right? $200,000 for her, but the little girls are only worth $5,000. Great observation, friend, because it's heartbreaking. There's 4 of those little girls. No, not that we're aware of. As far as I've ever heard, he does not really have an alibi. Sawatch? Sawatch? How long was she missing, Shauna? Over 3 years, 3.5 years, somewhere in there. Hopefully that the autopsy showed something more definitive regarding the cause of Suzanne's death. I'm not even lying. I went and pulled up a video on them doing a report on how to pronounce this. Yes, yes, you did. That's what I went to look at. Oh my word. So, more than 3 years after she was last seen and was positively identified. It sounds like she was identified earlier today. The last time she was seen was on Mother's Day 3 years ago. So that was May 10th, 2020. And yeah, this actually even made 48 hours. 2 teenage daughters were left behind, as well as Barry Morphew, who was not only the prime suspect in her disappearance, but he was also at one point charged. So, yeah, by the El Paso County coroner on Wednesday. So, yeah, today. And they found her on the 22nd. So, hopefully, you know, there will be, just like you guys are saying, something. Investigators were searching for somebody else, doing something else when they found her in Moffett in Sagwatch County. We've never stopped. And they haven't. I mean, good on them, but let's just hope that there is enough. This guy, if he's as guilty as we all believe, he needs to go to the Hooskow soon. So, yeah, we'll not be giving a news conference. Just they're saying they don't think that they have enough information at this time. But if anybody knows anything, please do call 719-312-7530. Earlier this year, Barry Morphew filed a lawsuit asking for $15 million, saying he was wrongfully charged in his wife's disappearance and presumed passing. The lawsuit includes Chaffee County, the Chaffee County Sheriff's Department, and several named investigators on the case, including those who worked for the FBI and the CBI. At least he's not arrogant, you know. There's always that. Oh my goodness, this guy's such a dink. Let's see here. What were the circumstances? Was she out for a walk? She was riding her bike allegedly. We're not sure if she was suntanning in her yard and he walked in and seen that she was messaging this other guy, or if, you know, it was just he didn't want to be left. I'm not sure. But the bike was found in a ravine, kind of bent up, and she was gone. Yeah. And then Barry went and did some shady things in a different town. Something about chlorine in his hotel room. Yeah. Yeah, and on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day. Those poor kids. So Suzanne disappeared after leaving her home on a bike ride on Mother's Day 2020. And what happened next remains a mystery. Her bicycle was found down a deep ravine off Chaffee County Road 225. From Highway 50, deputies said the bicycle did not look like it was, was not involved in a crash, and there was no red stuff at the scene. After she went missing, Barry Morphew told CBS that he believed she was abducted. Okay. During the investigation into her disappearance, friends told detectives that Suzanne and Barry had been arguing about finances and that Suzanne may have had a boyfriend. Investigators recovered documents from Suzanne's iCloud account as part of evidence. One of those documents was a list made on May 8th, 2020, entitled Grievances. It included notes like wedding ring, which Barry allegedly took and melted at some point. She also noted women on Facebook, which Barry told her was good for business, as well as an incident in Mexico where Barry tried to take her phone away and look at it. So, I mean, yeah, there was jealousy issues going on. I just don't think that he wanted to, I think he was feeling embarrassed, maybe jealous, mixed emotions. I don't know. I don't know what would ever lead somebody to do something like this. I mean, we've all had breakups. No, they suck. They do. But you don't go eliminate the person. Yeah, friends say they were arguing. She may have had a boyfriend. She goes out for a ride and disappears. Exactly, Wolfie. Exactly. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. So on the morning of May 6, 2020, Suzanne sent Barry a firm text that she indicated she wanted to end the relationship. The next text was found on Barry's cache, indicating it had been deleted. It read, "I'm done. I could care less what you're up to and have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly." So Barry's reaction involved threats of unaliving. "When I'm dead, which won't be long, you guys will be taken care of. I'm going to see my savior." Oh my word. Pathetic much? Did they find the alleged boyfriend? I figure they would investigate that. Yes, they did. And she did have one. It was a guy she knew from high school, and they were getting reacquainted. And I think it came down to jealousy. Oh. So yeah, there was. And there was also allegedly lots of information that Barry was involved with all sorts of applications where you meet women. On the morning of May 9th, 2020, a day before Suzanne was reported missing, 59 communications were exchanged between Suzanne and the man who was apparently her boyfriend. Barry Morphew was arrested May 5th and charged with after deliberation, tampering with physical evidence and attempting to influence a public servant. This case was afflicted with complications. In December 2021, the judge assigned to preside over the case removed himself after defense attorneys raised questions about a conflict of interest. They had questions about Judge Patrick Murphy because of his relationship with a lawyer handling the case of Barry Morphew's alleged girlfriend, who may have been called as a witness to the trial. Yeah, all sorts of shady shite. Unreal. Oh, right? I was reading what you guys were talking about, and it's like, yeah, I just want goats. Give me some goats. So in February 2022, the trial was moved from Chaffee County to Fremont County because of the size of community and pervasive negative pre-trial publicity since Suzanne Morphew's disappearance. The court finds that a fair trial cannot take place in Chaffee County. This is a high-profile case in a relatively small county with a small jury pool. The media saturation is high. March 2022, Barry's lawyers asked for a dismissal after they received an internal affair document surrounding the CBI agent in charge of Joe Cahill. In a court filing on March 1st, the prosecution said the defense is taking bits and pieces out of context. In the internal affairs document, Cahill stated the arrest of the suspect now as the worst decision that could have been made. He went on to say the arrest of the suspect in the investigation was premature. Well, they dropped those charges, which was probably, again, the smartest thing they could have done, because now they can go back if they have enough and recharge this guy. And if it's him, lock the bugger up. So at the time, the 11th Judicial District Attorney Linda Stanley filed a motion to dismiss without prejudice, which means that prosecutors could file charges against Morphew at a later date. The smartest thing they could have done. So what do you guys think? Yes, a fainting goat would work. So what do you guys think? Do you think that now that they have found her, that there might be a chance of her and her family getting justice? You know, she was very, very loved and deserved to have a future. This was taken away from her. So hopefully now with what they found, there will be enough information to lock him up for a very, very long time. And again, I know this is going to hurt those kids, but they deserve to know the truth. If this is the truth, So what? Okay. They say no. I'm fine with that. Okay. Grab onto this for a second. So we know that she was found allegedly 3.5 hours.
Canada this October in the Raise More Challenge. Create your own fundraiser. Rally your friends.
Okay. So do you guys think, I'm not 100% convinced it's him, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, a retrial is due. I agree, Mal. Like, hopefully they have enough. You know, I know that these young girls love their dad, but if he unalived their mother, it's not okay. It's not okay. You know, all because he was jealous. She wanted to leave. Yep. Agreed. You know, not everybody, but a large majority of people, just by what they've seen, have a very, very hard time thinking that it couldn't be him. Like, it has to be him. Everything points to him. She had no enemies. The boyfriend was a long ways away. They weren't neighbors. So there's not much that points to anybody else. No, that's okay, Dave. 3.5 years later, I wonder they are being lip locked. They're not saying a darn thing right now. They're not giving us any kind of updates, no kind of access to new paperwork. So as soon as things start to break a little bit, I'm imagining it's if he does get picked up, I imagine everything will be lip locked again for a while until we possibly hear of another arrest. 3 years later. No, thank you. 49 years old, disappeared on Mother's Day 2020. Yeah. $15 million lawsuit is what Barry was after. $15 million. Well, I'm pretty sure they probably made that go away. Went missing May 10th after leaving her Colorado home to go on a bike ride. Her husband, Barry Morphew, told authorities in a phone interview with local media. Barry Morphew said authorities are trying to blame him for his wife's disappearance after bungling the case. Of course. So again, they're saying no press conference is currently planned. They still have, as they're saying, many more questions than answers, and it would be a disservice. Nancy Grace told Fox, I believe this day would come. Like many, I feel deep sorrow at the same time as deep anger. There is only one thing to do, seek justice for Suzanne. Prosecutors initially alleged that her husband, Barry Morphew, unalived her and when she decided she was going to leave him. In March 7th, 2020, text message to Jeff Libler, so this is the alleged boyfriend, described by the Denver Gazette as a high school flame. Suzanne wrote, nobody loves you like the way I do. I crave time with you. I crave that feeling when we connect. You're my guy. Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't liking all of this. I mean, What is it with this stuff? Look at what just happened to Amy Harwick. Same thing. This guy just couldn't get over it. Well, there's always a possibility with that, Dave, but I do believe he was living quite a distance away and they had been communicating. So, yeah. With the critters here, they may not have much left unless they found her in an area that's not accessible to big animals. I was just thinking about that too. You know, I know the kind of animals that are in the Rockies here, and they're not people friendly. She does. She looks like an ivory girl. Follow the money. Well said. She's been out there for 3 years. There's probably just skeletal remains that's it. Unless there's either one of those things, it will be hard. And that's true too. You know, if she's was found in higher elevations, she might be more intact. More needs to be shared. Because yes, the top of our mountains are cold. They're very cold. So they would preserve everything. You know, everything would be there intact in that frozen state. So it is going to depend, exactly like Dandy said, where they found her. And I'm not quite sure of that area. Sorry, guys. My pop got stuck in my chest and I couldn't breathe. Holy. So, holy. Deep breath. So, Iris Eaton, Barry's attorney, said at the time her client did not know about Susan's 2-year affair. Oh, it was two years, guys. I'm still trying to catch my breath from that choking attack. So, about Suzanne's 2-year affair with Liebler, who she claims hasn't been fully investigated. The text also reveals Suzanne's belief her husband was having an affair on April 24th, 2020. And she said this in one of her text messages. I am sure your mistress has you all happy now, so you can say you love me, but bully me when you're with me. Yeah, that's love. It's okay, Jesse. So May 2nd is when he filed that lawsuit with his lawyers arguing he suffered the indignity of being wrongfully arrested, jailed, and prosecuted. He wasn't prosecuted for a crime he did not commit. 11th Judicial District Attorney Linda Stanley told Fox Denver in a statement the potential filing of a complaint against an attorney is not equivalent to the attorney engaging in misconduct, and anyone can file a claim or a complaint against a lawyer. That's fact. Anybody can do it. Thank you. What is the altitude of Saguache, Colorado? Elevation 10,550 feet, or 3,216 meters. Hoofda. Mm. Thanks, guys. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I couldn't breathe. I muted it and I couldn't. I was like, I was like, oh no, death by Coca-Cola. And I'm all alone. Well, we'll take a look at another and see if Hoofda. Oh, okay, friend. Well, thank you for being here, Mel. Get some sleep. Not Coca-Cola. Okay, let's take a look at one more and take a bit of a break. We've got another live coming in an hour for members. We're going to basically go through what has been put out from that defense motion on, sorry, a little distracted. That defense motion in, oh my goodness. My brain, I don't know, maybe I got to my brain. For which case are we looking at, guys? My word. So, searchers found the remains of the mother who disappeared from her bike ride. So, the investigators did not say what unrelated search was involved and declined to release the exact location. Moffat is about 40 miles or 65 clicks south of Salida. So yeah, again, I think the best thing they did for themselves was to put that on a shelf, that case, so people can actually Streamlabs gave you trouble. Oh my goodness. My mom was able to detect we were in trouble before we ever started screaming for help. Yeah. Yes. Oh, multiple arrests made in connection with Crystal Waters. That is another thing, guys. They arrested Hauk. It's like, oh. Yeah, Streamlabs bot seems like it's a little touchy. It has touchy feelies. Yeah, Crystal might get some justice. Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah. Yeah, Crystal Rogers. That's okay. I was going with Waters. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm fine now. Hoofda. So again, the sheriff said we are left with many more questions unanswered. He declined to be interviewed or to hold a news conference. At the time, prosecutors said they wanted more time to find Susan's body. Barry Morphew's lawyer announced in April that they had filed that complaint. So yeah, anybody can file a complaint. So yeah, what's going on with this case? And this is what we'll be discussing in the members live, is what the defense put out about this cult. So I thought I would share it during a live, and we'll discuss it. We'll just go through bits and parts. But yeah. Off topic, I saw a clip of Rex Heuermann's wife talking outside of her house. It was a surreal vibe to it. Oh, did you? I bet, friend. I bet. He was in court today. And I'm not sure if she showed up or not. I don't know. I am so into the, let's do it. We got him. Is it his birthday? Which case are we talking about? So yeah, let's hope that there's justice for these ladies, because it's almost heading towards with the kids. That's something different. And the what are you guys doing? Oh my word, my dogs have lost their minds. She didn't say too much. Reporters were asking her questions, but she didn't say too much. No one showed up for him in court. Well done. Well done. Maybe he thought his spiffy new haircut was going to do something. So yeah, there's some heads up here. Shabiznas got life. And I had no idea what that thing was around her head. You could just see her eyes poking out the top. I had no idea. So I guess that was like a spit guard of sorts for people who like to spit. Boss baby. So yeah, let's just hope. We'll watch for an arrest. Hope it happens. And if it does, it'll be just like this. It'll be a last minute stream and we will get up to speed. They're not showing a lot of these cases in court these days. Like everything is behind the scenes now. It is the most bizarre thing. I don't quite understand why they're doing this, but they're blaming it on press. But realistically, if jurors are doing their job, what the press has to say really should not matter. So I wish that they would, like Barry Morphew, if he gets charged again, probably one that I would stream. Rex Heuermann, absolutely. Koberger, yeah. Richard Allen, yeah. So it's like they're taking so many of these cases and putting them where you might get one camera, and that one camera is usually somebody you cannot stream, like Court TV or something like that. So we can't even use that footage because we'll be in poop. So I'm going to leave it there. I was pretty excited about this this news. Again, thank you very much to Copper Horse. I had not heard about this, so I appreciate that. So I am going to say for now, thank you guys for being here. If we've got anybody that hasn't subbed, please do join our family. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.